It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. We're coming to you live on 3. Now, we're talking drones this morning. It's fast becoming the best thing for all of us to want to do, but there are new regulations out there, and it's saying, well, you need to have a professional license in order to do so. Now, with me on the line to talk about it is Nicole. We are also talking about the fact that the first drones license, official license, has been issued. Nicole Swart, welcome to the show.
Morning, thank you.
I want to ask, how long does it take to get a drones pilot license out there? What do you have to do? Is it really difficult?
No, it's basically you need to complete a theoretical part and a practical part of it. Difficulty is relative.
Okay, well, how can people go about in getting a license? Do you go to a flying school? Do you actually have to go to a training center?
Yes, there are different training organizations that need to be approved first, where then you could complete your training. At this point, there have not been any approved schools as yet, but there are interim, if I can call them, it's called an aeronautical information circular, where you're allowed to get a license depending on certain experience.
Okay. There has been issues in the UK recently. I know of a story where there was a drone that nearly hit a Boeing 747 near Heathrow Airport. Is that part of the reason why they require flyers now to obtain a license? How important is drone safety really?
Absolutely. That's the main reason, because remember now we've got unmanned aircraft being flown by people that were never part of aviation in the first place. They don't understand airspace. They don't understand, what's safe, what heights to fly at, etc. And this is why it's really important for them to understand or to know the law so that we can join unmanned and manned in one airspace.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Nicole. We also have John Gore on the line. He's joining us now by a phone to talk about some of the regulations and also where one can and can't fly a drone. John Gore, welcome to the show. Let's get straight into it. There's obviously a difference between commercial drone pilots and those of us that just want to fly a drone because it is a hobby. What does it do for us when it comes to regulations? What are some of the major differences here when we talk about where one can and can't fly?
Good morning to you. Just to jump straight into it, one thing that people do miss is that the same restrictions apply for private use and commercial use, which means you're not allowed to fly within 50 meters from people, buildings and roads, 10 kilometers from airports, and you're not allowed to fly in controlled airspace. But commercial operators might need to operate in those areas. So they would need to provide a safety case to CAA and describe how they're going to operate in those areas safely. Secondly, another big difference is that private drone pilots don't need any sort of license at all. But commercial operators need to achieve all of the licenses, and there's more than one license that they need to achieve.
I'm almost wanting to ask, but you guys have mapped out this no flying zone and flying zone. Where can one fly and where can't you?
I think the main guideline is try to stay away from people, buildings and roads. The restrictions are 50 meters away from people, buildings and roads and 10 kilometers away from airports. So we created the map just so people can get a bit of a visual idea of what this means. If you want to stay 10 kilometers away from an airport, you're going to need to go fly on a farm or somewhere away from a city, because almost everywhere in the city is near an airport, near a person, near a building or near a road.
Okay.
And that's where we get separation from the public, and the chance of flying into somebody or hurting somebody is much lower if you stay far away from people.
Okay, well, it just shows that even though we like our hobbies, we need to still practice a lot of caution. Thank you so much, John, for joining us on the show. Also, Nicole Swart, she is officially the first one on the continent to get that drone license. She's also a testing officer with the South African Civil Aviation Authority. Nicole Swart also joined us on the line this morning, making it official to fly her drone for sure.